Und here we is back at Mexico Beach. The crew is arriving. We do not have a tent or an umbrella. Completely exposed to the elements. Noisy out here in the morning. We're right on the highway 98 in North Florida. We're about 30 miles from Panama City in Mexico Beach. Gulf of Mexico's right over there. It's 7 a.m. Actually, I think it's not quite 7 yet. But the sun's already up and shining, and it's bright and beautiful out here. I was thinking about what that lady said to me on Truth Social. She says, "You're not a white hat. You only have 28 subscribers or 28 followers on Rumble." And Derek Johnson has thousands of people in his audience. Well, first of all, if you're not corporately sponsored, you're not going to get a whole lot of followers on Rumble. Yeah, if you're well known, maybe you will. I'm not well known, don't want to be well known. Not trying to make money, not trying to monetize anything, just trying to add my 2 cents, trying to add my experience, my knowledge to the mix. Tell people what I think is going on. May be true that I'm a nobody because I'm not connected anymore. I'm no longer a government employee, but I did spend a few years in military police and my last 2 years in military intelligence. Doesn't mean that I know a whole lot about what's going on today, but at one time I knew a whole lot about what was going on. In fact, a lot of what I learned during my time in the military, I still keep under my hat. Yes, sir. I did have a need to know at one time. I still have a couple of friends. One is about to retire from Army intelligence after 30 years. And the other is still in Air Force intelligence, or Air Force Office of Special Investigations. Same thing. I talk to them occasionally. I get little bits of information here and there about what is going on. But if you think that having a big audience base on Rumble makes you somebody, makes you knowledgeable about what's going on, you might want to think again. I know a lot of people on Rumble that have tens of thousands of followers. And everything they talk about is just a big guess. But it sure is a beautiful day here so far. Saturday, June 3rd. Yeah, June 3rd, 2023. Mexico Beach, Florida. Time to have a little bit of breakfast. I already had 2 cups of coffee. Have a little bit of breakfast and then start making our way over to the beach before the crowds arrive. And they will be arriving today. All right.
Now until that campaign stops when they're running a couple state troopers with them, that's it. DeSantis had a security detail like a president has. A major security detail. It was huge. Metal detectors like at the airports and everything else. We don't typically have that with governments. Okay.
Laura, tell the camera what that is.
This is chorizo.
I thought it was longanisa.
Yeah, it's like longanisa. That's how we call it, chorizo or longanisa.
Okay.
Same. So, yeah, from the Philippines.
Awesome.
That's our breakfast.
I love them.
Yeah,
They're
corn.
sweet too. One last thing, it looks like the ladies have already come and brought our stuff down here to the beach. I recognize those as my chairs and my umbrella. I thought we had 2 umbrellas. In fact, I'm certain of it. I guess they only had enough hands to bring down a limited amount of gear. Well, my fine feathered friend, this ain't the best beach rig I ever saw, but it's what God blessed us with today. It is what it is. Just look at that emerald water, my fine feathered friend. Look at that pristine, spectacular, beautiful, clean water. Yes, sirree, Bob. If you're watching on a decent sized computer monitor, you can see that clear emerald green water out there. If you're watching on a phone screen, probably not going to see much out of the ordinary, just a bunch of waves and such. Check this dude out. He's got a little height on him. He's got a little reach. He's a big fella. He probably ain't no more than 5 or 6 pounds, if that. But he's got a little height advantage. There he goes. The entrance to the marinas and all the boat docks, which there is a network of back over in this direction, all throughout there. I've already captured video of him. I caught him a while ago when he was just a few feet away from me, and then he flew. He don't want you to get too close to him. He'll fly off. Don't get too close or he'll fly. This is the entrance to the canal. It goes back to all the various networks of marinas back there. As you can see, here comes somebody accessing the Gulf of Mexico. How y'all doing? Nice to see you today. How's your mama and them? Once again, this is that old tub of junk that they call a dredge, which is really more rust than anything. Big rust bucket. But it is operational. You only gotta have what you gotta have. It don't have to be pristine. There's the wheelhouse. Little look in the wheelhouse there. Can't see much, especially if you're looking on a phone screen. Got some pelicans resting up over there. Got some people having lunch at one of those picnic tables underneath that shelter. Another boat coming this way. Just starting their day out on the Gulf of Mexico. Yeehaw! Let's get a shot of them as they go by. Let's wave to these fine folks right here. There's a little dog over there, not much bigger than a rat or a hamster. I got a kid over here that thinks he wants to learn how to fight or something.
I already know how to.
Do you? Yeah, till you get beat up one day. Then that'll make you try harder.
Well, nobody my age is beating up.
You don't want to fight. The only thing you ever want to do is defend. Fighting is for losers. Self-defense is for winners.
I didn't say I was gonna go pick a fight.
Nah, you don't ever want to do that.
That's why I'm in martial arts. Mixed martial arts.
Speaking of the ocean, once upon a time, when I was about 12 years old, in the city of Panama, no, not Panama, the country, Panama, the tourist attraction beach in Florida, I got my ass sucked out a little bit too far, and I couldn't get back. And the more I swam, the tireder I got, the further I got from shore. But I finally figured it out at some point that what I had to do was hold my breath, get down on the bottom, and make my way closer to shore that way. And it took a long time. It probably took 2 hours, and by the time it was done, I was completely exhausted, on the verge of fainting or worse, but I made it back. These undertows can be dangerous even here on the Gulf of Mexico. You go over to the Atlantic side, and it's really bad there around St. Augustine, Jacksonville. And if I had been there at that age, not having as much body strength as I have today, I can pretty much guarantee you I would not have made it back. I would have made my permanent residence at sea. And that's the story of how I almost became a dead man at the age of 12. Yes, sir, this area of the Gulf of Mexico has some of the most hypnotically beautiful clean water. And then there are times, a certain time of the year, where all the seagrass comes in. But it's looking pretty clean today. I do see a little spot of grass here and there, but not all that much. It's still just as beautiful as you could possibly ask for. Looks like we've just about made it back to home base. Hello, how are you? Good. They keep telling me God wins. Yes, I agree. In the end, God does indeed win. But according to the Bible that I have read 3 times, cover to cover, doesn't make me any expert. I'm not a Bible thumper. But according to the Bible that I've read multiple times, God wins in the end. But before he does, it gets really, really, really bad. How bad does it get? Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you how bad it gets. It gets so bad, you die. Well, you're going to be in for a big surprise. That's all I got to say about that. cloudy, then it's sunny, then it's cloudy, then it's sunny. It's cold to me.